Good evening everyone out there in YouTube land. Cliff here as usual in my shed, so welcome to another gripping episode of Cliff Shed, which may not be so gripping, but it is the last Sunday of the month, so that means it's time for the coin ring punch draw. And this week my grandson George and my granddaughter Olivia are going to do that together because they both want to be YouTube stars. So for those of you who just joined, just tuned in just to see if you won that, let's get on with that.
Hello and welcome back to Cliff Shed. I'm Olivia and I'm George, and today we'll be doing the September draw for this lovely punch. There is a lot more names in the hat this time, so thank you all for entering. Okay, so let's get on with the draw. And the winner is Mark Hitchin. Congratulations, Mark. There'll be a lot more draws in the future, so don't worry if you didn't get picked this time. Thanks for watching. Bye! Last time I messed up a lot.
Right, do you want to do a dummy run then?
Yeah, can we just pretend? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everyone. I thought we would say that. Okay, fine. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello. 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 3, 2, 1, go. Hello and welcome. Is this for real? Hello and welcome back to Cliff Shed. I'm Olivia and I'm George. Today we'll be doing the September draw for this lovely prize punch. So let's get on to the draw. The winner is... Drum roll. Drum roll. No, we just did it. Next, now I'm going to mess up.
One more was same, only this time pour
Wait,
thing out, and I want you to do the paper just to see how that goes.
Actually read the name.
Yeah, we can always fold it back up and put it back in.
Will that be the name that we pick? Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to pick it out and do it properly just to see how it comes up on the screen and everything.
Okay.
Who did that? Good job that weren't on the camera.
There's a lot more names in the hat this time, so there will be a lot more opportunities. I'll just start again. Please. What do I say? There'll be a lot more opportunity. No, it's less opportunity. Do that at the end.
Well, congratulations, Mark. Get in touch. We'll sort something out. So, I was hoping to have a bit more done for this video this week, but things happen indoors and that, and I haven't got around to finishing or doing most of the filming on it. I got given a couple of nice bits, which I'll probably now do a completely separate video on sometime during the week. One thing I do want to do before I go any further is say a big thanks to Robert Zanudo. He gave me a shout out. I think I mentioned it in another video, but I've had, I think it's about 260 extra subscribers this month, which is definitely down in mostly to him and Ian Matthews for giving me a shout out in their videos on their channels. So thanks very much to both of you for that. I mean, it's I suppose it's just a vanity thing really, getting subscribers and people viewing your YouTube channel. But Robert Zanudo, I don't know if, I mean a lot of you have come to me from him, so you will know who he is. If you don't, definitely worth a look at his channel if you do any machining or like them sort of videos. I don't know exactly what it is about some people that make you really like watching them, what they do, the content, their personality comes across, I suppose. He's and he does all sorts of things that I like. Recently he's been doing he's been building a Stirling engine, and in one of his recent videos he gets that up and running. And for anyone who's ever made anything, whenever you get anything that works, or you get something mechanical that works, or you've made it, you know that it's quite exciting. Brings the child out in you. Even watching his video when he was running his little Stirling engine, excuse me, made me quite excited. I mean, I love it. I suppose really that's pretty much, I mean, I was very lucky. I went to what in my day they called a technical school. It was sort of between a secondary modern and a grammar school, and didn't really know at the time because I was a stupid kid. I mean, I think technical schools were designed to train you up for industry, really. And my school in particular had fantastic workshops. I mean, it was brilliant. In the first and second year, you sort of got to know the tools and things, and you had a combined woodwork and metalwork workshop. Then in the second year, you made a toboggan, and it was a pretty snazzy thing. It was made out of tubular steel. We bent the steel, we made the slats in the woodwork bit, you did a bit of welding, bending. I mean, for a 11, 12, 13 I suppose you are in the first and second years, it was a fantastic thing. They were all the same, all painted in the school colours, red and black. And at the time, if you went to Cray Valley and made yourself one, or you had a sibling at Cray Valley and you had a toboggan rather than a sledge, an homemade sledge, the difference was like the homemade sledge was a Morris 1000, the toboggan was a Ferrari. I mean, they were great. But then in the third year you went into what they called the senior workshops, and you had to make a decision then whether you did woodwork or engineering, metalwork. They called it engineering. And the workshops, they were fantastic. I mean, you don't appreciate these things when you're a bit younger, but they were brilliant. We had a couple of big Harrison lathes, we had milling machines, and in the third year I don't think we did, I think the fourth and a bit of the fifth year we made a steam engine. I've still got my one. I'll go and get it, hang on. This is my steam engine that I made at school. Don't know if you can see that on the bottom. C. Hurley 4T. Because we were in houses. T was for Tunbridge, not the Tossers, although I should have been when I was there. Anyway, so this is a steam engine we made. I mean, it introduced you to pretty much everything that you can do in a machine shop. We actually had a foundry. I mean, the mould, the actual mould was, the pattern was already made for the base. That's cast in aluminium, but you had to make the mould for it. We didn't actually pour the metal, the teachers did that. There were, even in them days, there was some health and safety rules. But then you also cast the flywheel, that was aluminium. This is a bit dirty at the moment. It's been sitting in a cupboard. I do get it out and run it every now and again, and it still thrills me, to be honest with you. But yeah, you cast the flywheel, you made these bosses, you made the axles, you made the camshaft, the piston, the cylinder. I mean, it was a great project to make for a kid. I'll tell you what, let's move over to the compressor and I'll run it, because it still runs. 46 years old, still goes. They've been trying to do a bit of cleaning up on it. Sunday, I always have a major clean up in the workshop on Sundays. I've done away with the old Ferrero Rocher box. I made a cover for the motor for this new, well, it's not new now, but for me variable speed thing and the motor I put on my lathe a little while ago. I bought that bit of aluminium at the Kempton Park motorbike jumble the other week. I want to try and fabricate something here as a bit more of a permanent shield for this, because it was a bit expensive. I don't want to bugger it up, so I'm going to see if I can bend a bit of aluminium right around here and maybe do away with this. That's just to stop shit going down the back of that onto the bench, but this handle kept coming down on the Ferrero Rocher box, and it was only thin plastic, so it just obliterated it in the end. But that's another project anyway. So to the steam engine. Let's see if I can get him up and running on it. I might just drop a bit of oil. I ain't used it for a while. Chuck a bit of oil in there, might make him run a bit. Put a bit in the piston. Piston's just a little aluminium piston in these bits of brass tube here. Stick it in the vise. There you go. Putting that in the vise. I told you it was a gripping episode, didn't I? Right, the compressor will kick in pretty much as soon as we start. Let me see if I can zoom that in a bit. There you go, I've got a slightly different angle on him now. Sorry about that noisy bastard compressor. There you go, 45 years on, still banging away. My children and my grandchildren have had to have a lesson in how I made that when I was 14. Don't know whether it bores them or not, but I've yet to find a kid who don't enjoy watching it banging away when it's off. I mean, better if you had a boiler and you had to fire it up as well first, but we never made the boilers. You could make them, but you had to make them in the craft club. You could carry it on into the lesson, but you had to buy the materials for that, and they were quite expensive even then. More than I could afford anyway. One of them things I've always been going to get round to doing, making a proper boiler for it, but it's also one of them things I've never actually got round to doing. It's a shame, I think, the kids don't do that sort of stuff at school no more. I know I'm an old git, but I think there's a bit of a loss that children don't get taught that stuff, particularly in my old school. I mean, it's got to be 20, how old is he now, 23, it's got to be 22 years ago. My son, when he was starting secondary school, I actually went to have a look at the school to see if he might go there. And the workshops were gone then. They'd been changed over to CDT workshops. The lathes were gone, the milling machine was gone. It's all they had. I mean, it was a nice Super 7 they had in one corner, but it didn't look like it got used much. It had barriers around it. I suspect they weren't allowed to use it without a teacher standing over their shoulder. So I suppose that very rarely got used. I don't see how they would have had a teacher on it, and with all the other kids in the class anyway. And then a bit later on, about 5-10 years ago, my brother was doing some work on the school, and I went and gave him a hand for a few days, and they were actually changing what was the workshops into cookery stations. So everything was gone. The Super 7 was gone, everything was gone. And they were putting 4 or 5 little like kitchens in there with cookers and things. Now I love cooking, I enjoy cooking. I quite like to do a bit of cooking myself. Certainly never taught cooking at school. Not as a boy, not in my time. But I still think it's a great loss that them machines are gone. But I don't know where I started this or where I'm going with it, to be honest with you. I think I was talking about Robert Zanudu, talking about his little Stirling engine. And I just love it. I just love making stuff. Almost certainly where my sort of love of all things engineering and machining started was in them workshops getting on for 50 years ago. Like I say, I did want to have another video tonight about some stuff I've been given and just show you it. I'll try and get it out during the week. Well, I hope I haven't bored you too much by just chatting tonight. Congratulations to Mark again for winning the coin ring punch. Get in touch and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again Rob, thanks again Ian for giving me a shout out on your channels. Bye for now.